Hey everybody, it's Moonhorse again. Coming in just before this video with a little bit of information. We're talking about the University of Utah healthcare program. A friend of mine is not doing well and needs you guys, if you can, to look into this program, donate if you can, help out if you can. They're looking for, donations, people who can do live kidney transplants, the whole thing. This is a very good cause, and it's very, very important. So if you guys have anything you can do to help, or any way that you can help at all, please do. It would mean a lot to me. It would mean a lot to everybody. It's not just me, it's about everybody. Everybody's in this together, so we should all put together to actually do something. Like, if you're interested, or you have any way that you can possibly get in touch with this, or if you're in the area and you can do something to help out, you can contact them at uofulivingdonor.org. Or you can contact them at the phone number 801-587-8816. If you're interested in helping my friend specifically, when you get through to somebody or you're talking to somebody, ask for Corinne C. Powell. That's who needs the help right now. It's this person who asked me to kind of help out, not just for her, but for everybody. So if you want to help out, you want to contribute to a good cause, you want to do something good, really help these people out. They could use it. Alright, so now on with the show.
Welcome back to this increasingly insane thing. This is Chapter 8. Lost. Silver and the gang was a thing. It would be all over the magazines if anyone knew the truth about Monado's power. "That's cool, Silver," said Shadow. He picked a flower and did metaphors with it like some kawaii amino acid. Vector loved the thought that Shadow was now officially his dad. He was glad to be a son to him, but there was much to learn. Shadow sighed and handed Sonic the flower. "This flower reminds me of the health in our country homeland," said the Edgehog. "It fades quickly." Sonic loved flowers, so he stuck it up the cheeses so he could better attract the lemmings. Luckily, no one showed up. Vector used his putter to swing and kill the lemming. Shadow skinned it with his pocket knife, and the friends enjoyed a brilliant feast by the campfire. Silver began to cry when he realized Aragon was dead forever. "And we cannot even bring him back with the Luigi chickens," he wailed like some stupid kid. Sonic sighed at everyone's life, then looked at Shadow's ear. "Nice bod you got there," he mumbled. Shadow looked at his bod and then realized he was in six-pack mode. "Well, howdy do," he flirted at his own abs. Vector spat the food from his mouth and re-entered a zen state where he thought highly of Mickey D's. "The Monado can't cut people," said Silver from Smash Brothers. He even put on 11 of his toes in the light socket and almost died from the electric shock. Shadow saved him just in time, and then spanked him for being such an idiot. Silver had the apology, and then went to his head. Shadow and Sonic left him alone, and life was wholesome again. "What will my chickie baby think about me when I lack the rings?" said Future Hog. This was a bad episode of 4Kids TV today. Luckily, Silver had hope in his heart for the next week's programming. He returned to the gang, but they were already asleep and clocking Major Zeds. Vector saw his asleep and woke for more helping life. He apologized to Prince Hedgie and offered his bum-bum in spank mode. Silver spanked the crocodile hotcakes as best he could, but soon realized that the lack of Monado was a real stinker. He had no plan, and he could not see the future. "Shadow is a great guy and is also my papa," announced Vector. He gave Silver the nicest hug and sent him down with a rock. Silver cried because he felt all the emotions today. He was ringless, but had a heart with goals inside. Sonic was coming off at the distance and Silver's inner happiness. He broke his pretzel and ate the bits, little by little. Next chapter. Chapter 9. Guzma Smells. The towel Silver wore was spiffy for any hot springs visit. Luckily, he and the lads had stooped upon one. Silver's abs were pretty good looking when he wore a towel. He could only imagine what Blaze would think. He cried when he thought about his degrading hotness. Shadow exited the hot springs with a bag of meatloaf slung over one shoulder. "Silver, we've come across another emergency," he said darkly. Silver blinked at the Shadow. "What happened?" he said, nose in hand, booty to the sky. Shadow called over all these guys, and they discussed new happenings. Sonic was a little late because he was binging House reruns. "Sonic, we need you to stay focused because threats are imminent," cried Vector with his crocodile self. Sonic put his shoes back on and thought about life preservers. "I sure have a lot of hope in my hedgy heart," he said with a leer. Silver caught the leer and his defenses dropped. Then he took off his glove and showed everyone his Gedway insignia. Gedway Ignacia. "I can control dragons," he announced from his face. "Blaze would probably kiss that face, but we have a bigger problem," said Shadow. "Now, where are the Chaos Emeralds?" Vector sighed and pulled out his trusty training wheels. He put them in a box and sealed the box with glue. He handed the box to Sonic. "Do you think you can run this over to the Pokeball factory?" he asked the blue thing. Sonic leered again and then opened up his trunk. Vector pushed so hard and the box was finally in the trunk. Sonic then ran off with the precious cargo. His trunk was carrying greatness. "I hope he doesn't get shot while he's gone from us," said Shadow in his attractive way that makes all them fangirls die. Silver put his toe in some chocolate syrup and then cried, "I must save the ring so I may wed, but it is too hard for my life." He's slowly turning into Xavier, Renegade Angel. I think I'm okay with that, actually. Shadow then smelled trouble, and he used his platinum-encased rear cheekage to engulf the gang into a safe pocket. A fiery blast hit and exploded the area like a cereal box opener. Shadow unfurled his rump and sent out the two partners of his. Silver gasped when he saw the bloody advance. It was Metal Sonic! "Metal Sonic!" roared Silver, in need of love. "What are you doing here? At this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen?" "Yes," said Metal Sonic icily. "May I see your butt?" Metal Sonic showed the team, and the results may shock you. Next chapter. Chapter 10. Lol, frogs. Sonic was gone, and the metal was in the house. But Metal Sonic had no house. He was just a fan of semicolons. "What brings you into our lives, friend?" asked Shadow with the harsh lines. He pointed his gun at Metal with his own power. Metal laughed because robot, and laughed more because droid. He knew R2-D2 because of robot coordination. "Metal Sonic is a laughter, and it's hurting my feelings," said Silver. He did the thing with his own rear cheeks and grabbed Metal Sonic with him. He used the bummy muscles to hurl the robot into the ground. Metal Sonic loved to kiss the floor because the bodies occasionally hit it. He laughed again for robot effects. Vector growled with crocodile angst and used his Australian comb to do neat hairdos on Metal. "How do you like me now, man?" said the croc. Shadow began to cry and put his pinkies in a jar of peanut butter. After withdrawing the pinkies, each mouthful would be a heavenly essence. Silver smiled at Shadow and forced the PB slathered digits into his ear canals. He now knew the release date of Kingdom Hearts 3, the escape clause. I am so proud to be evil," laughed the Metal Man again. He had a steel butt. Shadow was a stealer of many things due to his evil background on Space Colony Dork. He ran up and ripped off Metal's booty and stuck it up his own. Silver marveled at the empowerment that Shadow now gained. That is such an attractive move. Vector, cried Shadow, I am risking many things to work on this night move, trying to make some front-page drive-in news. Shadow exhaled his whole toxic blue up into millions of tiny fragments. I have no idea what the fucking that sentence meant. Oh, dear, cried Silver as he examined Shadow's dead end. Vector cried for the death of his father's quarters, but at least Metal was a taken done. Metal made an angry face that looked like Coyote Peterson after drawing a spell card. He dropped oil from his elbows all over the place, because that is how robots expel place. Now you know, bruh. Well, it looks like life is back to normal, despite buttless, said Shadow with hot salsa in his attractive voice. Silver nodded, but had many tears left, because he still hadn't the ring of his fiancée. Vector patted Silver on the back and gave him an onion ring. This made Silver happy. This is life, after all. But next time, Shadow is him? Metal is an avenger of truth? Silver gets life back? Vector has the foxy charisma. What of the evil doctor and his tubby gutness? Let's find out next chapter. Chapter 11, Running in the 90s. Man, the metal dude was a bad dude. He was so evil and stuff. This is going to be a hard one for Silver and his motley crew, that's for sure. Shadow grasped the pistol and blasted Metal with his bullets. Metal was a toughie and didn't really care about owies. He was an owie giver, after all, mate. I can't believe my cool gun is not to stun, angrily said the hedgehog Shadow. He kicked the wall of rocks. They tumbled. Silver saw the anger and was about to cry, but stopped himself from doing so because he was a macho mound of pecky Abby goodness. Vector did some breathing fire and this singed Metal, but yeah, he used Black Shield for safety reasons. Metal Sonic is a very tough thing, shrieked Silver. His voice hurt Metal's ears. Metal held both of his ears with his hand things. He hated Silver so much right now. Punch butt! Shadow was so shocked to see Metal regrow a new rear end. It must have been part of this robot's powers. I do have the strength to regenerate body parts, but I can't do it with hangnails, said Metal's son in an icky way. Silver used his good looks to dazzle Metal, but it was no use. It was no use because he was Silver. Take this! I think we can kill Metal if we use our love, roared Vector. Then he called upon his muscles and used the flexing motivation from Knuckles the Echidna to do movie greatness. Metal Sonic is attracted, noticed Shadow, and he saw the hearts develop in Metal's eyes. Vector has such good muscles, cried Metal. I think I am falling for him, now hot this world is. Well, then you should marry someone if you love him so much, Metal, said Silver in a bronze tone, because it was his third best tone. But who can I get as my own chickie baby? You guys always steal all the lovely ones. Vector smiled and traded a good smile with Metal. He handed him a cell phone. I think you should call Breezy. I bet she's looking forward to future weddings with other robots. Metal Sonic took the phone and smiled at Vector. I'm glad I now don't think I'll kill you. Dr. Eggman said I had to, but I refuse because loving mood. He's so hateful, makes me not want to think about him, obey him. Ergo, I shall go on a love quest, just like Christian, and find hope in the universe. That sounds prime, Metal Sonic, cheered Silver. And with that, he handshook the man, and they separated with good feelings and regrown toxes. It was now or never to find the true help for wedding rings. Eggman had to be stopped harshly. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. Apparently there's a bell. I don't know where there's a bell, but I guess you're supposed to click the bell. I don't fucking know. If there is, do the thing. I don't understand YouTube. I'm also kind of drunk. I also have a Patreon. I'm pretty sure I linked it in the what's it under the video description. I think that's the word. I don't know. If you can give me $1, I'll be your friend. Anyway, I'm gonna go drink more and record more of this shit because it's really funny. Okay. Bye.